Well, this is Wednesday, and you know what that means. AEWTF.
What does that mean?
And how many people on the roster do the Destroyer?
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to put over the PWG library.
I just think that people got fooled by the blood and girls bleeding.
Oh, man, those guys are awesome.
Hello and welcome to AEWF, and you know what that means. We're going to be talking about Dynamite from 8/18/21, and we'll just glance on that other show there's because nothing important happens there. So we open up.
I don't even know what other show you're talking about.
We open up with random entrance from Moxley, and were they supposed to do something like a match, or because there was obviously a match scheduled, but what were they supposed to do?
Oh, were they walking through the crowd, or what were they doing?
Yeah, I don't know why they were coming out.
I think they said on commentary he was coming out to do a promo, and then they just got jumped, and it turned into the other match.
Oh, okay.
I never even thought about it. I was just like, yeah, okay.
Well, and I honestly thought it was just going to be another rematch of the trios from the week before, since Sting and Darby were coming out and 2.0 and Garcia was already there. So I just assumed it was another trios match.
It's kind of weird, though, that they just beat the shit out of Mox and what's-his-face, and they just left him there and were never heard from again.
No, don't they come back and beat them up later, or come back and beat somebody up later?
Eddie Kingston does.
Yeah, okay.
Kingston comes out and grabs one of the...
So, like, Mox just laid out in the crowd for 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah. Mox for some reason was like, well, fuck it, I tried.
That's almost as it's WWE one upped them. I mean, I know we're talking about SummerSlam. Mora had an entrance at SummerSlam for no reason.
Yeah, I read this morning they just wanted to get the whole Nakamura, Boogs, and Pat McAfee thing on like a big stage.
They just needed to pad the runtime more.
Yeah.
They want to hit 5 hours. They needed that. They needed that in there.
God. I was like, oh, Nakamura's going to work. I don't know who he's working, but this will be all right. And then I was like, oh. No.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was like, oh, so we're just moving on, huh? And then I was high. I was like, did he wrestle? Did I just miss it? Like, what the fuck happened?
I do prefer him dancing to music or whatever the fuck that was, to whatever the fuck the dripstick bullshit was.
Oh, it's the worst moment in wrestling.
I
history.
slept through that. So what happened?
Good.
That was one of
Lucky
blackout periods.
If you can believe it, Xavier Woods comes out dressed as Scott Hall, including having his hair slicked back like that.
and a toothpick.
Oh.
But it was a commercial for Pure Life Water, literally. Miz and Morrison came out and did a whole thing about everyone looks thirsty. And what's funny is I read that the concession stand actually shut down because they couldn't take cards. So literally everyone was thirsty. And they're like, oh, get the new Dripstick 2000, spray these dry mouths down. And they're like, I thought you had it. And then Xavier Woods comes out with a Pure Life water tank on his back and then sprays them, and they sell it like they're being beat up instead of just walking over and punching him in the face like a grown-ass man would.
It's literally like if somebody just squeezed a bottle of water at you. That was all the pressure that came out of it.
I always bump that when that happens.
Right.
Yeah, that's you though. You're weird like that.
Yeah, I'm glad I passed out for a few minutes during that one.
But let's not talk about that wrestling. And so then we get the opening match is Sting and Darby versus 2.0, which I guess 2.0 officially signed now. So
yeah, I don't know who they're friends with in AEW, but I mean, good for those guys.
Yeah, yeah, I just think they're okay.
Like, so I do kind of look at AEW through like WCW tinted glasses. Like, it's my new WCW, which is why I really think I enjoy it more than anything. So I'm just going to look at these guys as like the American Males or Public Enemy or some shit like that, where I'm just like, yeah, they're here, whatever. Firebreaker Chip, yeah.
They're just jobbers that are good at promos. That's all they are. Like,
yeah, so, you know, like, good for them for getting a good job.
Yeah.
They were Chikara guys, and there's tons of Chikara guys in there. Maybe that's how they got their foot in the door.
Oh, okay. That would make sense. I never knew where the hell they were from. I just knew they were in NXT for a cup of coffee.
All right. Thanks, 80s Gold Cash.
No, that was their deal there. They like coffee cups and talked about coffee.
But the match was just a ridiculous brawl. They threw Darby into the ceiling. That was a cool spot. Sting says, "Fuck your dick."
Yeah. No sell in front of a bitch.
The
I
kid
thought
needs
that double DDT after the table no sell was like the perfect fucking finish, and they should have fucking went home there.
Yeah, it actually worked, the stack Scorpion Deathlock, but I thought it'd be botchier than that, but it was okay. But yeah, they could have just went home there. I mean, if Darby
If
wanted
he
to do
would
his
have
thing,
right into the Scorpion after that instead of like taking time to move him around and like walk around. It was weird pacing.
yeah.
Yeah,
They had
I
to-
thought he was setting him up for Darby to do the coffin drop the whole time.
Me too.
I thought the match was fun though. It was like basically just fan service. I mean, it was a good way to get the crowd hot, get them going.
It's easy for Sting to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, as respectful as I will say it to anyone who might be a promoter on here, it felt like this could have been a main event at any local indie show. They're like, listen, we're bringing in a legend. We're going
Whoa!
to pair him up with our hot guy. We're going to put him up against this team that's okay, but we'll probably throw a tag belt on them soon because they know some people. And the best way to get heel heat on them is to have them beat up on the legend we brought in. Then we'll make sure our guy gets his spots in.
Brother, I won't speak for Inception, but we can't afford Sting's payroll. I don't know about you.
Okay.
We
Part of,
can, we just don't.
the part of
Oh,
Sting
all right.
will now be
Cool.
played by Ricky Morton. And Darby will be Zach Vincent.
So it didn't take long for internet nerds to start arguing over whether Sting should have no-sold the table or not. So,
So here's Jason probably heard this too. Bubba Ray Dudley on Busted Open said that
God.
if anyone's the authority of it, he is, and he thought it was great. And he's like, if anyone protects the table bump more than me, then I don't understand. He's like, it was my thing. And he goes, me and Devon could have put Sting to the table, and we'd have no problem with him no-selling
it
like
was
that.
them.
So he's like, if I have no problem, it means no one else is allowed to have a problem.
I mean, sure.
I agree with the sentiment, but I don't agree with the message. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I just don't like Bully Ray acting like he gets to define what people are allowed to do.
I also hate that he's become
Being
the
no selling that was fine, totally.
de
No
facto
problem.
table guy.
So yeah, this was decent.
I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. And then we get Sammy Guevara proposes to his girlfriend Pam from The Office.
Who is the no, don't you sully the good name of Pam from The Office. It was Polka Dot Man's mom from the Suicide Squad movie.
Spoiler alert. Some of us haven't seen it yet.
God, you need to.
Most of us have, so I don't feel
I
any
want
sympathy
to.
for you.
I understand. I don't need you.
But if you Google Polka Dot Man's mom, because she's in the movie a bunch, you'll get the joke.
Oh, that's already one of my saved searches.
Oh.
Ugh.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Man's mom.
So then we get.
I mean, I don't know if this is true. That's pretty damn harsh of you.
Yeah, it's pretty harsh. I mean,
Oh, he just looked it up. Oh.
yeah.
I mean, come on.
I mean, we're in the same ballpark.
I
Maybe T-ball versus Little League, but same ballpark.
So Sammy Guevara is a rich, in shape athlete, right?
sure.
It just doesn't fit. I don't know. She's a nice girl, I'm sure.
There's nothing wrong with her. She's average. It's just
Yeah.
you would assume with the way they push him and
Yeah.
how he's young and the Spanish God that he'd have some like
Supermodel.
really smoking hot chick. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
found it. I mean, it's cool that he proposed and all that, but like, I thought it was kind of like Sammy Guevara has a major announcement or whatever, and then it's just like,
And it was pre-taped?
yeah, then it was just a quick little pre-tape thing. I was like, oh, okay. So
Every time I have a major announcement, I always try and pre-tape it too.
yeah.
And what else could she have thought was about to happen when he got her in the ring?
Yeah. And he
Well, if
jumped
she's
her.
smart. If she's smart enough for the business, he was going to attack her to get some heat, brother.
Yeah, AEW always has outside interference. So.
I mean,
Tully Blanchard was going to come out and spike Pal Driver.
I wish. What?
but yeah, so then we get
Different spike Pal Driver.
Samuel Guevara and Sean Spears.
No, wait.
Oh, we get a promo first.
I got a question now. Who is in charge of their marketing ideas? We have the Canadian God, the Spanish God, God's favorite wrestler, the Demo God, and then later Callis calls Omega the god of professional wrestling. So half of the roster is called the god of something.
They're going for a North. All kinds of stuff.
They are all Greek, so it's okay.
Oh. Unless it's
all-
setting up some
all
sort of
Greek to
tournament
me.
to crown the god of gods, which I feel like someone's going to have an issue with.
Isn't that
Um,
Triple H's name? Oh wait, that's King of Kings.
Same thing.
Same thing. I mean, I guess like also when you just let the workers be creative and you don't have
Right.
like a creative team, every worker is just like, I want to be something God. That's
Well,
cool.
And then Cody comes out and he's like, "There's only one God, and that's America God."
But Jesus riding a bald eagle.
Did you look at like a script for his upcoming promo when he returns? Because that's pretty spot on.
So then we get Sammy Guevara and Sean Spears, which was a pay-per-view-esque match.
Way over delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
What the hell?
match of the night, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, really good. Stiff.
I'm not normally the guy to say this, but I don't think anyone should have kicked out of that fucking top rope diamond cutter that was sick as fuck.
Yeah, it was great. And they kicked out of the 630.
The 630, yeah.
I thought the 630 should have been the finish.
Yeah.
I don't think we needed the additional knees to the head.
That's
I mean,
split him
maybe
wide
if
open.
If it's somebody higher up the card, sure, kick out of the 630, but definitely not Spears. He's like low man on the totem pole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like also like, so I get that we're trying to be safe in wrestling these days, and we don't do chair shots to the head. They know that like getting kneed directly in the head is also bad, right?
Well, not to go back to SummerSlam, but the same thing. Sheamus headbutted the Archer kid. Like they slow-moed it. It was that
yeah.
ridiculous, and you could hear it.
Archer kid, Damian Priest is in his 40s.
Lance Archer?
Oh, yeah, he is like 40, but he's still a kid compared to Sheamus. Sheamus is like 50. So,
Fucking at least 40.
motherfucker at least be 40.
But yeah, guys on AEW bleed very easily.
Yeah, they got thin skin.
They must go through some sort of like, maybe it's the walkway when they spray that smoke and shit. It just thins their skin.
Well, they're all younger. Millennials got thin skin. I've heard that.
It did lead to my favorite part of this whole last two segments coming together perfectly. So he knees Spears in the head, pins him, blood's everywhere, goes out and kisses his new fiance, and then Sean Spears' blood is on her lips after the kiss.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, now she has to marry Sean Spears, I think.
Peyton Royce is going to have a problem with that.
Well, they can duke it out in the ring.
Yeah.
I don't think I would pay to see that.
Next week on Dark. Elevation.
So yeah, Sammy does win with. Is it going to be weird that he does the reverse GTS and Punk's going to be there?
I was thinking that too. Yeah, he might switch it up.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, he could have used the 630 until he just buried it.
he's got like 10 different moves that could be finishers. So.
Yeah. Should have kick out of his GTH then and use the 630 as the finish. They would have swapped those. Then he could have been like, "Oh, that's not working for me anymore, so I'm using this." But
You've already put more thought into it than he did.
yeah, then we get Tony with Christian Cage, and then Don Callis comes back there, and then they do the piece of shit Carney thing again. Right? It's the second time they did it, right?
Yep.
The only note I have here has already been addressed. I have a note that says, "God damn it, get rid of the two belts." Christian retired one of them on Impact this week, so he's only doing the new belt now.
Oh,
good thing.
okay.
Good thing you told Christian.
Yeah.
I know. He fucking finally listened. I've been sending him voicemails all week.
And there's training orders in the mail.
Yeah.
Dante Martin says that he took Kenny to the limit. Then we get Omega's favorite guy, Dan Lambert.
I do like that they actually explained why Amanda Nunes and Jorge Masvidal didn't jump in.
Yeah, I was pissed
him.
about that last time. So
Well, they actually explained it this time.
They acted like, but I got two guys that could that also don't actually join into anything because they're not allowed to either.
yeah,
Yeah, they didn't have to this time.
Well, why call attention to it? If he wouldn't have said anything, none of us would have known or like even realized.
I appreciate that they explained the reason.
I don't appreciate your appreciation.
Well, disagree to disagree.
I appreciate that you don't appreciate his appreciation.
I do think it's a bad move having this guy on the show ever. He's a very good talker, but he just wants to talk about shit that makes AEW look bad, and then he's got these big bad monster UFC dudes that are supposed to fight Archer, and it just ends up being Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page instead. That's kind of a letdown.
Yeah. My note about his promo was, the fuck is this guy talking about? I don't even remember what he was. I was just like, what? So if your first experience at my hotel wasn't good, I'm not going to invite you back to stand in my lobby to talk to other people about how bad things were. Like,
maybe your hotel would be doing better if you did.
Wait, what?
Apparently not, because then people get attacked. One of my staff members is just about to get beat up. So I'm just saying, like, it doesn't make.
Oh yeah, why did they have him back?
They're like, listen, we're going to invite you back again, so you can run us down in the ring.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense, does it?
That is weird. I never thought about it.
I will go on record. This is the first time professional wrestling has not been logical.
He said that he called his buddy Dana White and pulled some strings and got him back on the show.
So what you're saying is this promo should have been on the last UFC event then?
Probably.
What strings did White have in Jacksonville, Florida?
Dana White has strings in all states,
Floridas.
I would assume. Yeah,
So-
especially the Floridas.
At some point, we're setting up some sort of weird tag UFC match between these two guys.
I don't actually think they are, because the
I don't
UFC guys that are under contract can't fight.
No, so here, like, I mean, the segment sucked. Like, as soon as the Men of the Year came out, the crowd was done. But, like, Arlovsky and Dos Santos, the two guys in the ring, and they're badasses, but I wish they would have wore suits, because they both look like dorky dads. Like, at a
So
camp.
I'm like, I don't care if that dude could whip my ass or not. If you come into a ring with sandals on, I am not afraid of you.
Yeah, like, I don't
Yeah.
know who, like, I don't know if those guys just didn't know about it until, like, if they were just happened to be in Florida and Dan Lambert was like, hey, you guys want to do this thing with me? But Dan Lambert does get heat, so I think what they're going to do is have him be the mouthpiece for Sky and Ethan Page, which I think is a good call going forward.
I don't.
He'll at least get the crowd interested in those guys.
Page is a solid enough talker himself, and why the fuck do they need this old cranky guy that just reminds me of Jim Cornette?
Because they've done
And the
absolutely
worst-
nothing on their own. Like, the
Uh,
crowd doesn't give a fuck about these two guys.
one of them was a tag champ once.
But I mean, the crowd doesn't give a shit about him. When they the crowd was actually fired up, booing Dan Lambert, whether they were playing along or whatever. But then, as soon as Archer comes out and Men of the Year jump him, the crowd goes silent.
Because it's
Why did Men of the Year jump Archer? They're not feuding with Archer, so it makes sense if that's what they're doing. With
Yeah,
Dan
so I'm
Lambert.
assuming, Dan Lambert's going to be their guy and get heat for him.
hey, I've been wrong plenty of times before, but I do not see them bringing Dan Lambert on as a regular guy every week, because he really does run a MMA gym with like super successful fighters, and he's busy. He ain't gonna fucking be able to make every event.
Well, he wouldn't have. I mean, they wouldn't have to make every event. They don't
You know
need,
what I mean.
They don't need Men of the Year on every show, and the guys.
I do.
The guy's
I
not
do.
doing that much.
Okay, so Lambert or not, so you have two guys beat up Archer. Archer was coming down to the ring to beat up two guys, ideally. So do we think that there's someone else they're going to pair him up with, or is he just going to trot Jake back out as his partner if it's going to be 2-on-1?
Maybe. I assume the two MMA guys were just there to stand behind Dan Lambert this time. Like, I don't see them doing anything more with the UFC connection.
I think that it will end up being a story along the lines of Archer, you can't do a handicap match, pick a partner. So he just picks some super low card nobody to be his partner so he can fight the two of them.
Marco Stunt.
Fuego del Sol.
He's got
security
security
guy?
duties.
He can take a break, all right?
It was nice of them last week to give him a security contract on the air, though. Now he knows he's got a
Yeah. Then we get Jericho talking about his match with MJF tonight. And they really made sure the crowd was going to sing Judas. They tweeted out the lyrics. Jericho was like, I don't have my music, but I got friends in Houston. Please sing for me, please.
In case I forget, there was someone they showed in the audience that was actually holding up the cards that had it.
Lyrics.
Was that a plant?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably
It's
not because
possible. I'd believe either way.
yeah, I
they
go
kind
either
of
way.
like panned across and then saw that person and cut to something else.
No, that's
Like
just their
they were-
spastic nature.
So
Because Draven, were you the one that's
WWE
saying,
cut.
like, on Twitter, there was already a bunch of people being like, here's the lyrics, and
AEW put them out.
Yeah,
Okay.
they tweeted them out themselves, yeah.
yeah, I'm assuming some fan decided that was a fun thing for them to do.
But then we get Jurassic Express versus the Young Bucks, and this was another good match.
So real quick, I'm not even trying to be a dick about this. I legitimately thought Marco Stunt was just some kid who jumped the rail and no one was bothered by it. Like,
That's pretty much what he is, though.
When Jurassic Park first come, or Jurassic Express, god damn it. When they first come out, like, I didn't even see Marco Stunt at first. All of a sudden I see what looks like a little kid wandering around ringside, and Luchasaurus just keeps passing by him. And I'm like, are they not even like worried about a kid being out here right now? It wasn't until like a minute and a half into the match where I was like, oh, that's an adult person.
Well,
Yeah, no, he's not.
He is people.
He's not people.
Neither is Luchasaurus. He's a dinosaur. He's not
It's
people.
true.
Technically, yeah. But yeah, I actually was really good, and I mean there was some miscommunications on small stuff, but like the brainbuster on the chair was ridiculous, and the false finishes were great. I bought some of them, so
yeah, I really thought they were going to put. I really thought they were going to put Jurassic Express over here, and then have like the Bucks win back the belts at All Out or something. I definitely bought into a few of the false finishes.
Same.
And I was surprised that that it was Jungle Boy that took the fall after pushing him against, like they're trying to have him as a singles guy and all this, and then he goes down. But the double super kick to him looked great. So, I mean, it was a good match back and forth. And then it ended, and then it was, this again. Another post-match beatdown. Yay, the Elite.
Yeah. We get another post-match beatdown.
We get go ahead.
I was just going to say that like Don Callis on commentary was great as usual. I didn't know why Tony got so mad when he said synchronicity.
Synchronicity?
Is that something Tony Schiavone says and I've just never noticed?
I don't know, but don't you ever use synchronicity again.
Yeah, I was like, what just happened?
Did he think multiplicity and he's got heat with the guy that was
Keaton?
Batman and he did? Yeah, Keaton.
Maybe.
Wow. That's the first time anyone spoke of that movie in 20 years.
Are you kidding me?
That's Draven's favorite. He has a full back tattoo of it.
He was talking about it yesterday. What are you talking about?
You never noticed his full back tattoo?
Yeah, I didn't know what that was for.
Before we get going too far further, let me just put this note in here because I don't know if you guys have realized it or not. But we know Dynamite does a lot of promos. Just get ready because we're on a 7 promo in a row streak coming up.
I noticed it when I was watching it.
It ruins the show for me. But
7 in a row.
I thought it was hilarious that Brandon Cutler used a flare to try to distract Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
A legit flare. I thought that was good.
Amazing. I forgot. The Jurassic Park thing. Yeah, so good.
If they bring the guy that was Newman and Seinfeld in for a spot, I will fucking march out.
Yes.
Yeah. The flare. I'm so glad you brought that up. It's so underrated when he did the. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Brandon Cutler is fucking killing it.
He is 10 times more valuable in this like geeky fucking crony role than he was trying to be a dragon master.
Absolutely. Now that we don't have to take him serious, he's perfect for this. He's like the Mean Street Posse or like the Briscoe and Patterson when they were doing their thing, and like he's just like the goon.
Kenny Omega wears his second CM Punk reference T-shirt of the past couple weeks. He had on a Cookie Monster shirt, I think, a week or two ago, and then this episode he has a Chick Magnet shirt on.
Then we get Britt Baker and Tony, of course, and blah 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 stuff.
I don't get this Jamie Hayter thing, and this is gonna probably get some heat if anybody actually listens to this, but. Jamie Hayter's changed look. She kind of looks like a man, and I didn't know it was a woman at first.
I didn't know who she was, so.
Fair enough. And I don't know her backstory, so possibly.
Yeah, I really didn't pay attention to this.
Who is she, Omega?
She's a British woman that was there before and did more like a goth look to begin with, but now that she bleached her hair and I don't know if it's something with her makeup or what, but she's just looking really masculine. It's weird.
At some point, Britt Baker says like Velvet, red, like Velvet, you say I don't look good in red. I think the whole world would disagree with you. And I was like, what is there a thing she's known for like?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
she was
weird.
currently wearing red, and she has the
Right.
Stockholm jacket she's been wearing.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe she was talking about how like she's had a couple matches where she's covered in blood.
I mean, that could be it too.
Could be.
That would have been
Makes
better.
more sense than what I said, actually.
Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, this promo was just another like, all right.
I do like the line Britt says gold is not Red Velvet's color either. That's a good
Yeah.
line. Then we get the best wait, for some reason best friends, think Big Money Matt's beating on Wheeler Yuta. What's going on with this?
I didn't even see this.
I have Hardy video, meh. So I have no recollection of what actually happened.
But anyway,
he said
Hardy and
something.
Orange Cassidy are feuding.
Right. Apparently, he must have fought Wheeler Yuta on Dark or Elevation or something.
And
It was
he beats up Wheeler Yuta.
it's
He
very
beat up Wheeler Yuta. He pinned him twice.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
okay.
Pinning a man twice? Are you kidding me? What kind of
Right.
heel move is that?
Well, he's their young boy, so now Orange Cassidy has to defend his young boy's honor.
I don't think you're allowed to call him.
I don't think
anymore.
that's how young boys work.
Oh.
First of all, stop using the term young boys.
Yeah.
Second of all,
Getting
stop
creepy.
using the term young boys. But anyway, we get Tony brings out Paul White for
Tall Paul?
Paul White.
Tall Paul?
Tall
Paul
Paul.
Paul.
Not the Big Show.
Yeah,
Well,
No more
Yeah,
BS.
not the Big Show.
He's got the
I
same
got
music.
different music now.
It's like the same guy singing to a generic AEW track.
But then he thanks him for saving him. QT Marshall comes out. I do like that Big Show called him plugs, which was
Dude, I
funny.
have the same note that I laughed so hard when he said that, but the crowd had no reaction, didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah, only us balding guys who've looked into hair plugs know
Right?
that line. But and then they showed the picture of the Big Show's ass. Because
Yeah, this
why would-
sucked. This sucked.
It
They
was
have to
way
get the
too
female
long.
viewership up. That's why they showed it.
Listen, QT Marshall says, listen, I got workings on the inside, so as part of my day job, I have access to your medical records, so I'm going to post them out here for everybody. I'm pretty sure QT Marshall was fired moments later.
Yeah,
for HIPAA violation.
yeah, that's not a HIPAA violation at all. I don't understand why this isn't a feud on Elevation or Dynamite. Like, isn't Elevation the show?
I get having one pay-per-view match for Big Show, but not with QT Marshall.
Well, I listened to this other podcast, and they're like the most. It's like they're all marks.
Right.
They're not jaded like us.
So you're
And
cheating on us? You're cheating
I
on us?
am. They're not
What's that
Jade.
like?
They're not Jade Cargill, but they pretty much like everything. Like they never really noticed the subtle things that were like, why did this person run in or whatever? And they're like, wait, they're like Big Show's wrestling on the. That's got to be on like the pre-show or Elevation, right? And they're like, no, it's really on the pay-per-view. They're like, no, and they argued how to look it up, and they're like, no, it's actually on the pay-per-view.
They can still switch it to the pre-show, maybe, hopefully.
But
Yeah,
this was
that'd be- they should.
too long, way too long.
Way too fucking long. And QT's promo was like low-level, shitty, brand-new indie guy level promo.
His surprise face is awful. And Big Show's like, and it's against me, and he's like, for like an extended period of time, it's like a cartoon. It was ridiculous.
His eyes got so wide, I thought his hair plugs were going to pop out.
Buzzing. Then we get Jade Cargill again saying the same stuff she always says,
Right.
but she's actually going to fight somebody.
Yeah.
Well, kinda.
Kinda. Yeah. And then Tony is backstage with the Elite. They're going to have a tag title eliminator tournament. And whoever wins gets a steel cage match.
So, couple questions. My favorite part of this was Taz clearly talking over because his mic wasn't muted during the
Yeah.
Oh,
promo.
yeah. Good, actually, yeah.
But the Bucks are really upset about this. So you're telling me that whoever I'm going to fight against has to win a tournament. So there's potentially they're going to be wore out, they're weak, they're injured, and then I have to fight them in a cage? Like, they're very, oh my God, it's not like you're going into an elimination chamber and you have to go against 5 other teams in the cage to keep your belt.
But in the
I thought-
context of what they've been doing, they've been cheating and using Brandon Cutler and shit. So the cage is going to supposedly knock all that shit off.
I mean,
Yeah.
they can potentially, spoiler, pass that bottle of the icy hot water spray that they spray every week through the cage.
Oh
I love
shit!
how-
You're a genius.
Hey, what can I say? AEW, if you're listening, I'm available for fanfic bookings.
Uh,
I don't even know what that means.
and then we have to continue Taz and his team versus Cage.
Hook, baby. Hook.
First of all, it's 3 dudes versus 1, and it should be easy. It should be easy for them to take out Cage. I mean, they usually just why didn't they all jump cages? They're just having Hobbs. Like,
Well, because I don't know if I'm the only one that realized this, but clearly Hobbs and Cage weren't in the building, and they filmed this somewhere else.
I was going to ask, were they there or not? Because if they weren't there, then whatever. This still doesn't really work, but it's better. But if they were there, this was the worst way to do this.
Like somebody in the finance department's like, budget's just slightly overbooked. We got to cut 2 people's plane tickets. What can you do about it? Somewhere else.
They're on an indie show together.
Then we had Pac and his 2 employees
Ugh.
in a promo with Andrade again, and Chavo is somehow getting worse every week. I think.
Yeah, it's just nobody understands what the storyline is.
No.
Nobody.
And Andrade. Someone needs to translate to Andrade that Pac doesn't employ them.
Yeah, what the fuck are they talking about? This makes no goddamn sense.
I think that's the Penta Says guy. Like, that's his job. What the fuck's he doing?
But
He's too busy putting rhinestones on his goddamn jacket.
this week we got no Penta Says, so spoiler, I give this show a very low rating because of that.
And Omega's already got it over 100. So then we get Penelope Ford and Thunder Rosa. And
Was rough, and Rosa was very uncooperative.
yeah, and Penelope Ford was just wearing a straight up lingerie.
Yeah, I noticed that.
With my note, that is clearly something from Victoria's Secret.
Yeah. So
This was clunky as all shit, and like Rosa's borderline unprofessional now. Every time I see her work,
Yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah, I think she's just pissed that she's working Penelope Ford, but that's very unprofessional. Like, this is national TV. You still got to go. I mean, I've worked El Fandango, and I kept my cool.
well, you should be thanking your lucky stars that he took time to work with a young boy like you.
Yeah. And he chokeslammed me and followed down so I couldn't tuck my chin. He had his hand still in my throat so I couldn't tuck my chin. It's about to knock me out. And he did the fall forward, where, like, you're going forward instead of straight down. So, yeah, it sucked. But
there's a weird part of this match where JR on commentary starts talking about how
you can say that with any match, but go ahead.
These ladies are wearing unique foot attire. But
now that you mention that, I remember.
But Penelope's wearing wrestling boots, and Thunder Rosa had on wrestling shoes and kick pads. So I don't.
He's a foot guy.
I don't know what he was talking about.
He's like, I wonder if I could buy those shoes after this.
The match wasn't much to talk about, but I did like that the finish at least played off the setup for the match. So, I mean, there's a plus.
Yeah, really, their women's divisions. I mean, it's just kind of sloppy. They need. There's a few good women in there, but like for the most part,
I also don't like that they are so structured in their format that the women's match happens the same time every single week in the same slot. They do one match. It's like right around 9:25. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's the WWE women's spot before the main. They used to do that all the pay-per-views, the Diva spot.
The cool down.
Yeah, they'll let people up.
You can say bathroom break.
Yeah, let people up. I said it. I just try to code it better than. And then finally, wait. First, we get Miro wants Eddie Kingston.
Listen, you cut out like 6 other promos.
Yeah, Miro wants Eddie Kingston, which will be awesome.
Wait, what?
You skipped a bunch of promos, bro.
Yeah.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I did not have.
I got Malachi Black had a video.
Don't have that wrote down. Okay.
And then Brock Anderson it's Tony
Brock
backstage.
and Arn.
Arn and Brock.
And Arn says, "You shouldn't do this. He's a dangerous man." And then Brock says, "With all due respect,
fuck you, Dad."
Yeah, so there's a match set up next week with Malachi versus Brock Anderson, and Arn is like, "You're gonna die, son." Is basically
Yeah,
what
pretty much.
is basically what he says, and Brock
So,
Anderson's like, "That's
this
all
like
right. I have to do it."
This is the opposite of the other Brock. It's like the most intimidating man ever, and then the not intimidating man.
Yeah,
Because like,
It's Goro ponytail versus comb over guy.
and comb over guy obviously didn't have an AEW shirt and borrowed his dad's because it was way too big for him and really faded. It was weird. So
That's just the style that old men wear these days.
well, Brock Anderson is 15 years old. I know he looks 50, but he's 15.
So, the next we get the Rampage rundown, and they say debuting on Rampage, Kiera Hogan versus Jade Cargill.
That's why
bitch.
everyone's here.
No, but then they said that bitch. Like,
Yeah.
like they were calling her that, not like that's her catchphrase.
well, I don't think anybody had said bitch yet. So
Yeah,
Oh.
they hadn't used their quota, and they got to get it in
I'm
there.
sure there were 4 or 5 you just didn't catch.
probably.
Then
I
now
think we get
can
a
I talk
Moxley
about?
promo?
Yeah, now
Now
can I
you
talk
can
about?
talk about Miro.
Yes, Miro is going to fight Eddie Kingston, and it should be brutal.
Right.
I somehow missed the Miro promo.
Yeah, he said he wants to have. He goes, and Eddie King. He did his whole God's greatest champion. He's like, Eddie Kingston, I want to have a conversation with you.
That's
And
cool.
that-
I saw him on Twitter post, I want the Mad King, or bring me the Mad King.
Mm.
So I was like, ooh, Miro and Eddie.
Yeah,
I do like that they're having Miro making all the challenges, even though he's the champion.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think he's figured out that if he lets AEW book for him, he just gets jobbers.
He
So
just gets Lee Johnson. Yeah.
he's like, can I get like a real worker, please? No offense to Lee Johnson. But
and he loves Jesus, and he has a wife that can do the splits. But then we get Mox backstage, basically saying he's going to that Hangman Page is a sad cowboy, pathetic person, and
Yeah.
Christian should stay retired, and everybody wants to come to AEW, and basically a little bit of a Punk hint again.
Yeah, I thought this was really good.
Yeah, I mean Mox
I
really
think-
hasn't cut bad promos, but
From what I saw, I think he was supposed to work Tanahashi at the pay-per-view, and they scrapped it because New Japan wants him to do something else now. So I think this was him
Yeah.
kind of venting that I should be in a top match, but I'm not going to end up being in one because
Here's what I heard was they wanted Mox them to lose to Tanahashi, and they're not ready for Tanahashi to lose yet.
you
He's
mean
gotta-
they want to Tanahashi? You said
What?
that backwards.
Yeah, they want Mox to win. AEW does, and Tanahashi can't lose yet because he's got to work somebody else. Somebody Jason knows that I don't.
Very possible.
Yeah, he's working,
Carl-
Carl Anderson.
he's working I think he's working Ibushi.
Even
Sure.
better.
Sure.
But my note,
Kota
Kabuki.
Ibushi. You don't know who Kota Ibushi is?
They gotta have Kabuki. They gotta have Kabuki work.
oh god,
I'm
My
not-
note for this,
God. Kabuki.
this promo led to me being like, oh god, my fucking payroll's going way up. Realizing a Revenge guy is main eventing Rampage in the sold-out building against Mox.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to afford that dude anymore. You might as well put that away. Hmm.
So it looks like the main reason.
I'll do it, Omega. You don't have to hint anymore.
I like it for you.
Yeah, it looks like the main reason is because AEW or New Japan's big show is the night before All Out. So
Yeah.
unless Tanahashi can use
No,
the
he
time
can make
warp.
he can make that flight.
Well, I mean, Hogan used to have like 9 days in a week because of all his Japan trips. He said so.
Oh,
he can make that from Japan if
well,
he took a
Hulk
flight.
Hogan's better than Tanahashi then.
Oh my God!
You said it because I've been thinking it this whole time.
Podcast is canceled. Podcast
One
is canceled.
more quick note about the Moxley promo. It made me like realize we missed out on years of good John Moxley,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and that really kind of sucks.
I don't know if anyone saw the Stone Cold podcast he did when it was on the network when he was still just Ambrose, and Stone Cold's like, man, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you really gotta fight for what you want, and like Mox is just getting pissed because you can't do that in current day WWE.
Right.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why he left, and maybe that's Stone
No,
Cold.
I do think that was the crux for it. Put the thing in his head. Well, I can't be what he's trying to tell me to be here, so I got to go do it somewhere else.
Yeah. And that tells you if Mox, who has the most I don't give a fuck attitude, can't even get anything done, then it's going to be hard for anybody else to. Who actually,
He was the WWE champ at the time, and Stone Cold's just like, you're fucking mailing it in. You were better on the Indies.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember Stone Cold being a kind of a dick the whole time.
He also was like kept asking questions about Mox's family, and Mox straight up said, "I told you before this, I don't want to talk about my family on the air." He just kept asking questions about it.
Wow. Wow. I got to watch
Yeah,
that. Apparently, I need to watch that Stone Cold thing.
That's super awkward.
Then we get the main event, which is Jericho finally giving birth to MJF. And this was actually pretty good, I thought. I love
That
that.
was it. This match was mostly fine.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I love that MJF won. I mean, that's the important thing here, right?
Well, I think
Jericho.
I think the important thing is that during Jericho's entrance, while everyone was singing and making a really cool moment, there was one guy that yelled out, "Fozzy sucks." So, kudos to that guy.
That was you, and you were at your house.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He sounded just like me. And
He's like, that guy's saying all my thoughts. I like him.
He's saying my brain words.
my brain words. But the whole problem I had with it is if Jericho's going to cheat and use a bat behind the ref's back, he should just use the juice.
Why wouldn't he hit the elbow?
Yeah, just hit the elbow.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's a very good point.
So yeah, that was dumb. But besides that, the match was all right.
It was the right booking to put MJF over here, but it led to a weird down anticlimactic finish to the show when it was like the lead in for the next big show with Punk's debut and all that. You'd think they'd want to hype some shit up instead of such a downer ending.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
I think too. Like, I'm glad MJF went over because that needed to be how this storyline went. But I feel like over the course of the labors, kind of ran out of steam around the time Hoovy came out.
Yeah,
and it never really
You
recovered.
take it back.
I mean, I hate to have to say
Hoovy's
it.
never run out of steam his whole life.
Well, that was the problem.
Oh,
Had
all right.
way too much steam.
too much steam. So then we want to talk about the other thing.
Well, this one through the here's the rundown for the totals. 22 segments, 17 of which were promos.
Oh my God.
So there was only 5 matches on this show. Out of those 5, 4, 80% had commercial breaks. Only 1 had a post-match attack, so 20% there. I'll go ahead and get my rating out of the way. I did like a couple of the matches, but I just wasn't feeling this show. And I don't think they were even feeling this show because they didn't bring the regular set. They just had this, like, secondary fucking metal thing for the tunnels. I don't know if that was already in Chicago or what, but Sammy match was the highlight of the show. Really liked it, but overall, I gave it a 43.
Wow. Well, I guess I'll go because mine's actually different than Omega's in a weird way. I give this show a 61.
Really, I need some reasons.
The match qualities, like the opener. What was the opener? Let me see here.
Sting and Darby versus
Sting and Darby was great. I thought Guevara and Spears was pay-per-view quality. I thought Jurassic Express and Young Bucks was pay-per-view quality. The women's match kind of sucked, and the MJF and Jericho did its job. But yeah, I thought those first 3 matches could be on a pay-per-view.
I kind of agree with you on match quality. It's just so many promos and so many bad promos, like the Big Show one, just really brought my enjoyment down.
Yeah, the Big Show. That's where my minus 39 comes in. Is the Big Show, the women's, and the too many promos. But yeah, I still thought match quality alone, I would just like to watch these matches. Were awesome to watch. So
Fair
Well,
enough.
I gave it a 60 for the exact same thing Tim said. So apparently I like one thing. That one was just because there was no Penta says, so I couldn't give it a 61. I went to 60. But same thing. I thought that surprisingly the Sammy Spears match was good. I enjoyed the tag match. I didn't hate the women's match as much as you guys did. I think it's because it didn't have Nyla Rose in it. So I gave it extra points. And I liked the main. I liked how it ended, where it went. So I also enjoyed the camera spot that they did during the main.
yeah,
Because that was very Attitude Era, I thought. So yeah, I gave it a 60.
All right. Well, I'm closer to Draven here, but I'm definitely going the lowest score. I gave it a 30.
wow.
Wow. Oh, wow.
That that fucking promo parade just
The
I mean,
promo parade.
it ruined the show for me.
Wow, it definitely did. I can't. These matches were really
I mean,
good.
me and Cash are pretty similar here. Like the match stuff was mostly good, but the promo shit just dragged the fucking episode down.
Yeah, to have that many promos, one after the other, like, goddamn, that just killed it for me.
Wow.
I'm
okay.
starting to get annoyed by the formatting and the fact that every single week there's either 5 matches or 6 matches. Every single week, only the opener doesn't have a commercial in it. Every single week, there's all these fucking extra promos. Like, they're so rigid, and I don't like WWE for the same reason that they're so rigid in their formula.
Like, everybody gives WWE shit for their opening 20-minute promos, and I agree. Like, that shit gets annoying too, but at least, I mean, it's 20 minutes, and then we move on. It's one story. This was 20 or 30 minutes of just a bunch of stories that we don't need weekly reminders about.
And again, this is a pro wrestling show, and you're telling me they can't fit more than one pro wrestling match in its entirety without having to go commercial in the middle of it?
Yeah.
They dropped below 1 million viewers on this too.
That's because people probably were like, so we're just not going to wrestle anymore, so all right.
They're like, Big Show and QT's getting 15 minutes of TV time for the fun promo.
Don't need to be here for any of this then.
As a professional heckler at wrestling shows, I have definitely had signs that have said, "Will there be more wrestling tonight?" and have definitely yelled that. So, will there be any more wrestling this evening? Where's the work rate?
And AEW's answer is like, just give us another 20 minutes.
Right.
We have to remind you about Andrade and Pac.
Damn it, JR.
So
I thought he was calling Big Show Andre for a second. I'm like, wow.
Yes.
Or was he talking about Andre Arlovsky? There's a lot of Andres here.
Oh man, a lot of Andres tonight.
Oh.
So, you want to talk about the thing?
Yes, let's move on to the good
So
show.
then we
Good
get
show this week.
AEW Rampage from August 20th, 2021. And after a quick little intro from Jim Ross, AEW gets right the fuck to it. And we have an amazing goddamn return in CM Punk's return to professional wrestling.
I thought this was terrible.
No, you didn't, because
Are
we
you
can't be
fucking
friends.
Kidding me?
I told Cash I was going to say that and just watch you flip out, but no, this was the greatest thing maybe in the history of professional wrestling.
I mean,
I think I'm underselling it.
They didn't try and overdo it. It was so simple. Like, they even orchestrated the crowd to chant by flicking the lights on and off to the same rhythm of the CM Punk chants and shit.
Right.
It was perfect.
Yeah. I mean, even all the commentators bowed out. There wasn't a lot of talking over Punk's entrance. It was just done. Like, they were just letting the moment happen.
As negative as Jim Cornette is, his review on this is, man, I would have done it totally different, and I would have been wrong because this was the perfect fucking wrestling segment.
Yeah, I listened to that actually. Yeah, and he said that. I mean, he was super overwhelmed that this is CM Punk's the biggest star in wrestling, and and he usually doesn't give AEW any credit hardly, but he's like, yeah, this is spectacular.
Yeah, he said they were able to sell out an NBA arena on a rumor.
Yeah.
Right?
Period.
And
dude, everything about this was perfect to the point that, like, I know I'm jumping ahead, but him closing it out with the ice cream bar shit, fucking perfect.
Yeah. Like, and I guess this was Punk's idea to do the United Center.
Yeah.
And he's been talking to Tony Khan for a year and a half.
I get it, though. Like, he started talking to him before the pandemic, and pandemic happens, and the biggest star in wrestling ain't going to show up to an empty building and not get that fucking reaction, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, what else can we say? This was, it got tons of coverage by every news media. Fight TV, ESPN,
Fucking everywhere.
Yeah, so
The biggest criticism I can give to it is,
oh my god!
The hell?
They have him do his entrance, and then they're like, "Oh, 90 more seconds, quick commercial break." And I'm like,
yeah, like, so I mean, I don't know how TV works then, because does
here's
AEW
what
not have any say in when the commercials happen?
No, I think they wanted to do that so they had a little bit of time later on for some shit.
No, here's my idea on that. So we all watched it in our own homes, but together, and we're talking during it. But that commercial break gave me a chance to call my brother and say, hey, I know you probably aren't watching this, but you should switch over because this is damn fantastic.
That's a hell of a fucking point. I hadn't thought of it that way.
Yeah, that's a hell
At
of
the
a
same
point.
time,
That's really
our cousin
fucking smart.
texted me and was like, the internet is blowing up, so I was able to turn over. It's a commercial break. I'm waiting for it to come back now. So although we do bitch during the normal show about commercial timing, if they had that idea, or even if they didn't, I personally know of at least 2 people who weren't going to watch the show who ended up turning over to it and got to see all he had to say because of that commercial break.
I withdraw my objection.
It was back to perfect.
Turns out it's perfect. I was going to say something about this. Oh, I kept seeing people the day after on Facebook and Twitter being like, oh, I didn't think he was actually going to show up. Like, they were like, I was like, you think that they've built this up this long and they weren't going to let this happen in front of, like, Chicago, that crowd would have fucking rioted.
They had a sign that says, Punk doesn't show, we riot.
Yeah.
It's funny, the sign said, if Punk doesn't show, we riot, but then he flipped it over and it said, if Punk shows up, we also riot.
Yeah.
Punk hug.
Tony Khan was on Busted Open, and he basically said that day, he's like, I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen, but there are a lot of people that are expecting a certain thing, and we understand what would happen if we don't deliver on the expectations.
Yeah, you got out of your fucking mind to think they were going to do all this and then be like, no, it wasn't Punk. It was...
We booked the United Center for Jade Cargill, obviously. Like,
yeah.
So, someone, I don't know where I heard this, but someone's like, please be MJF, please be MJF.
I'm actually glad they didn't do any of that shit with, like, heels coming out to one of his songs. And, like,
Me too.
I think it being so pure made it so much better.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally perfect. They couldn't have done anything to make it better, and anything they would have done would have made it worse. So,
and then, of course, so the first words out of his mouth, too, are putting over Britt Baker. Like, that shows where his head's at.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm like, AEW just put a fucking nail in, like a nail in WWE's coffin with this.
Apparently, you didn't watch SummerSlam this weekend, bud.
I kind of did.
kind of.
So, like, the momentum here is crazy. So this Punk thing, we all agree, was pretty fucking rad. And then you got Bryan is on his way in soon. And then I know Brett's not a super worker, but he's over. And if he goes back to the swamp fucking hillbilly guy, I think that'll also fucking help the momentum.
Yeah,
They're going to have Flair as well, which will be good.
Too. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is the
And they have Bill Hobbs.
Oh.
Right.
Punk,
And
Although that is somebody that Punk name dropped that he wants to work with.
Punk is the outsider showing up on WCW.
Punk and Bryan are Hall and Nash,
yeah.
It's the
so
momentum.
if you're them, do you wait now on Bryan for another month or so? And because we're going to buy the pay-per-view now based on the fact Punk will be in the ring.
Right. I don't.
So there's no reason to bring him too.
There's 2 ways they could do it. They could either have him debut at the end of the pay-per-view, or they could wait, and I think they're going to do the New York Arthur Ashe show. They're going to wait and have him debut there.
That's what I heard too. Is New York.
That's supposed to be the plan. I mean, if WWE's response was SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar coming back I'll always mark out for Brock Lesnar. But
I like Brock, but why do you put him with the same guy who's worked 100 fucking times already? Like,
again, like, it's nothing new. I enjoy seeing Brock Lesnar and watching him, but it's not like nothing about it was like, oh my God, he's back. Like, it was just, okay, that makes sense.
Oh my God, Becky's back and squashed the person you've been building up since Mania. Sweet, awesome, great.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like WWE's going to get sold off to somebody and just be like a weird.
It's going to be the Harlem Globetrotters.
Well, I feel like they're going to. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do, but it just feels like it's not going to be a normal wrestling show at some point in the near future. And
It already isn't.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to lean heavy into the entertainment part, though, I think. And stop trying to even be a wrestling show.
They did that quite a long time ago. There's a ring, but that's about the only similarities.
So there was actually other stuff on the show, but the tag match wasn't bad.
The rest of the show I could not get into because of the beginning.
Jungle Express versus Private Party was pretty solid.
Private Party did ridiculous.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I thought it was a decent match. Showcased Jurassic Express really well. But
Jade and Kiera was almost a waste of time because they gave them no time.
Yeah, they had no time. I was like, the main's not going, and the main didn't have much time either. I mean, I'm sure they told Punk, do whatever you want, take as long as you want. We'll make it up in the back end, like, whatever.
It just seemed weird to me that they had this big promo for the Jade and Hogan match on Dynamite, then did a promo before they came out for it to be pretty much a squash. Like, why bother wasting the time with the promos?
I honestly expected it to be a squash. I don't know why they used Kiera in the spot, because she can be something bigger down the line.
yeah.
I guess that's really the question. Like, why bother doing promo, like making us think it was going to be more than that by doing promos if it was just going to be a squash, whether it was because of time fill or not, it still was a foregone conclusion who was going to win.
Sometimes you work yourself into a shoot, brother. I think maybe they overthought it, and hey, if we do it all this way, maybe people won't think it's a squash. Then when it is, it'll give Jade that much more heat.
Maybe. Moxley and Garcia
Well,
was decent.
there was a promo with Kenny Omega and Don Callis, and the only noteworthy part of it is that Don Callis didn't know what camera to look at.
Yes.
So his entire time talking, he's looking at the wrong camera, which I just found funny.
Omega's in a suit and not a shirt that had initials with CM.
Yeah,
He has
Punk's
no
here now, so he doesn't need to wear the T-shirts anymore.
No consistency in his wardrobe.
Not at all.
um,
And then the face-to-face Garcia Mox promo.
yeah. And the match wasn't bad.
I thought it was all right.
It was all right. Yeah, passable. They didn't have much time. I think it was like
The thing that stood out the most to me, so Garcia's finisher is where he snaps a sharpshooter on and then leans back, and Mark Henry's just shitting all over it. Well, or not Mark Henry, somebody was. Maybe it was JR.
Probably JR.
At one point, JR said,
that doesn't look very good, and then he cranks back, and then they try and switch their tune.
he said, Garcia's not a total idiot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've met the guy. No, kidding.
That was
Wait,
my big
what?
note from the match.
What is this? What is this finish?
He does a sharpshooter, and then when
They
he doesn't
like-
get you to tap, he grabs the ankle and leans all the way back.
he lays down and holds onto the ankle like an S.
Oh yeah. I mean, I did think his sharpshooter was shitty.
Yeah, it's not really a sharpshooter. It's just a setup for his finish.
Well, normally it is a sharpshooter, but Moxley's probably much larger than the guys he's used to working.
Yeah.
And,
well,
I
everyone's
think
everyone's
everyone
much
has
larger.
such a hard time doing a sharpshooter for some reason.
Why is that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I've won matches with it. I'm pretty good at it. I think I'm going to bring it back. It's going to be my new finish.
I mean, I was doing it like at 11 years old when me and my friends were play wrestling. Like, I mean, it's not a difficult move.
I think it's because The Rock did it bad, so everyone's like, oh, I want to be like The Rock.
Well, they should stop.
Yeah, the slop shooter.
Yes.
Also, just like the match before it,
Also, when I call my penis. Wait, what?
Oh, no. They put a lot of time into Garcia attacking Mox, and we get promos about them fighting each other. And then, like, clearly I didn't think after Moxley's promo last week he wasn't going to win his next match.
Yeah.
So what does that... We know the 2.0 signed a contract to Garcia. I guess this will be a short version of my question.
On the after show thing he did with Punk, Tony Khan said that Garcia's got an agreement and he is going to be on and off for a while, and we think he can do big things.
Because it just seemed like it's his third match and he's lost two of them, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to hurt him.
6 if you count all the dark shit, but I mean those are mostly losses too.
Yeah, and I don't think having like where you have like a pretty decent little back and forth with Moxley is going to hurt you all that much.
Even if Mox squashes you, I don't think losing to Mox hurts anybody because he's the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, the size difference alone, I was like, oh, yeah, Moxley's gonna. I mean, Garcia's a little dude compared to Moxley.
Those fucking socks, man. I'm telling you, those fucking socks.
I thought they were better this week, though, since they were red.
They're good. They're socks. Why are you hiking them up? Why do you have them to begin with?
Because now you associate him with something, and now he has a thing.
But it's a fake thing.
This match was only 6 minutes counting entrances.
Yeah, I think they should have just gave Punk an hour. Like,
Yeah.
Been all right.
Because everything after Punk, I was just like, because I actually watched Rampage today, because as soon as the Punk thing was over, I started watching a movie.
You came and went to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I was just like, well, there's no goddamn way I'm sitting through the rest of the show after that. So
But I saw you guys a text. So before Rampage started, they taped 18 fucking matches.
Jesus.
Which just speaks to the crowd. Like,
Yeah.
they sat through all that and were still that hyped by the time Punk came out. That's crazy.
Yep, good point.
Those matches are just going to be CM Punk chants.
They might be, but
That's true. Yeah,
So,
I'm glad that chant's going to die unless CM Punk's actually in the ring these days. Like, that's a good thing, I think.
Right.
I'm kind of surprised more people at the SummerSlam show didn't start hijacking it when all the dumb bullshit was happening.
Or just do AEW chants.
I guess I watched Botchamania today, and they showed Goldberg's promo with Bobby Lashley leading up to their SummerSlam, and people are chanting, "We want Wyatt" the whole time.
Yeah.
They did that during an Alexa segment too, and they just turned off the crowd's mic.
Wow. Well, maybe the crowd will get the CM Punk push. They turned off his mic, and he got pushed. So,
So yeah, I don't know how to rate this show.
100.
I mean, Punk's return. Yeah, I mean, Punk's return was the best thing. One of the best things to ever happen in professional wrestling. So
It's amazing that Roman Reigns just happened to have a promo that came, or an interview that came out where he's like, "Oh, this guy doesn't move the needle like The Rock and fucking Cena do." And the first person that comes to mind as far as crowd reaction when Punk came out, I'm like, God, nobody's got this since The fucking Rock.
Yeah.
Also, Punk is a hell of a fucking businessman to make sure his return was in Chicago, to make sure he's that over and seen as that big of a deal.
They have that kind of patience and be like, "I'll wait. This is gonna be big, but I'll wait."
Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. Like, him and Darby should be fun. I mean, even though it kind of sucks that he's in a match where you're like, "Oh yeah, he's winning 1,000%."
Imagine him and Moxley in a program. The promos.
Imagine him and MJF in a program.
Even better, like, he's never worked Mox. He was out of there before the Shield were doing single shit. So he's never even done a program with Mox on a national stage.
Nice.
Yeah, him and Moxley would be great. Him and MJF.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff can be done, and then you got Daniel Bryan to throw in there. Like, it's gonna be crazy. Some of these undercard guys are going to get pushed enough. It's only 3 hours of TV, and you've got there's 10 guys right now that are just.
But they do a solid job of rotating. It's not like Punk's going to be on every show, so fuck everybody else. Like, even the top guys, like the Young Bucks and Cody and all them, aren't on every single show.
Right.
It's not on every show.
Well, like, we didn't even see Adam Page this week at all.
Well,
No
For a few weeks.
promo, no nothing. Dark Order, nothing.
He's on vacation because his
Like
fat
that
wife.
baby. Yeah.
Excuse me. So basically, if you get the double V trigger from the Young Bucks, it means that you're going on a paternity leave. Got it.
Yeah, it'll get your wife pregnant.
The triple one with Omega involved. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So
I
I mean,
put a baby right in your wife.
yeah.
What?
What?
What do I have? Wait, I don't have one of those. What happens?
Huh?
This is going off the rails, and even though we went over 2 shows, it's still the shortest fucking episode I think we've done.
And look forward to whatever Punk's gonna.
Wow, that was.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. You guys keep talking. I gotta.
Oh no.
Get some business taken care of for us.
He said keep talking. So do we got to?
Oh yeah, we got a shout out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So CM Punk's gonna cut a promo is always doing right on Dynamite.
Probably, yeah. I would assume his first match is just going to be the pay-per-view match.
Yeah.
Right.
So when is
Which
the pay-per-view? Next weekend or the weekend after?
September 5th, Sunday.
Okay.
So shout out to as Draven already pointed out in the group chat we have. I'm sure this was not meant to be our tag, but shout out to a dude on Facebook named Andrew McEntee, who in the AEW Dynamite group, he posted that AEW TF cast is awesome.
We appreciate you, Andrew.
There's a very good chance that he was just typing AEW and somehow our thing got put in there. But if not, hey, thanks, bud.
Too late. I'm going to have at least 2 drinks in your honor tonight.
I don't appreciate him until he shouts out each one of us to prove that it's real.
Individually.
Have you guys watched Heels yet?
No, I don't have stars.
Episode 1.
I watched episode 2 already.
Is he in it?
Not yet.
I mean, Andrew, is he in the show?
No.
Yeah, is Andrew
Oh.
is friend of the show Andrew McEntee on the show?
He might be.
No.
I don't know. He could be.
He's been healed to me until he shouts us all out.
All right, is friend of three quarters of the podcast.
That just
All right.
rolls off the tongue.
All right. Well, we'll see you later, Andrew. Thanks
Speaking of rolling off the tongue, I'm out of here. What?
Bye. Bye, Andrew.
But